Welcome to an introductory video about the Highland Park Precision 12-inch slab saw. It's also called the Model 12. This saw comes fully assembled. You literally don't have to install anything. Even the blade is already on there. And you literally just have to put in the plugs and fire her up after you add the oil. Now, it is recommended you use a very high grade mineral oil. Highland Park does sell gallons or liters of mineral oil. Just make sure you use a very good quality. It's also not recommended that you use water in this machine. It actually might void the warranty, so just use the oil. So when you get this saw, all you do is dump the oil right in. This one is relatively clean. You can see down here, you want the oil under the rails there to be, about 1/4 of an inch up on the blade. So add enough oil so the blade's getting oiled every time it rotates. A couple of the really cool features of this saw is that you get this feed here. You just push this down to move the carriage. This locks the carriage. This bar right here, so when it's up, it's locked. You cannot move it. When you push it down, it's open, and you can move the carriage back and forth. Also, this handle over here is to go left to right. So if you want to move your slab or your rock or your agate closer to the blade, you would rotate it this way, which is clockwise. And if you want to go the other way and move it further away, you rotate it this way. So that's how you go left to right. Super easy, just with that latch right there. And then this one here controls the vise. Just rotate this and it'll open and close the vise. Now, a couple interesting side notes to this. If you get little rock chips in here, it will make the vise hard to turn open or closed. So be sure to get a screwdriver or forced air, compressor, whatever you need to get out any rock chips that start collecting in here with all the cutting. So keep that area pretty clean so it opens and closes. The other really cool thing about this model is that the bearings are sealed. So there really is no bearings to grease or lube. Some of the other models do require lubing or greasing the bearings, but this particular model, the Model 12 or the Precision 12-inch, has sealed bearings. Now, a couple other features on here. There is 4 bearings per corner. You can see the 2 on the top, and then there's 2 underneath to slide this up and down the rail. You're going to want to use either oil or a little bit of white lithium grease if these become difficult to roll in any way. Sometimes rock chips or oil or mud gets caked up in there. Go ahead and squirt some oil in there. I keep mineral oil in a spray bottle, just a regular spray bottle. I pour some in here and I shoot some oil down in there just like that. Keep those bearings nice and lubed up so they can operate well. I'll make sure there's no rock chips in there either. So you can see when I oil it, it actually becomes even easier to move. This vise should not be that hard to move. But just make sure you keep everything oiled up really nice. The other thing on maintenance though is you are supposed to flip this blade every maybe 30 days or so. So you just unscrew this right here. Let me get a better view. Bolt right there, and this is the flange. Take those 2 things off, flip it over, so that your blade is getting worn correctly. Make sure that you use the arrow and that it's going the right way so that you can put it back on correctly. It's a great saw. It is a little bit smaller, so you are limited. This opens about 4 inches wide, so you're not going to want to buy huge rocks if you get the 12-inch, because it's going to limit the size with the vise. And pretty much over 4 inches, you can't really get a rock in there, but it's great for cutting agate specimens and smaller rocks into slabs. One of the key things to using it correctly is when you do put a rock in here, make sure a piece of the rock is not hanging below the vise. So make sure it's all above or even with the vise. Otherwise, you're going to do damage to the blade and the flange, which is that item right there, this piece here. Let me get a better view for you. This piece is the flange right here. So just be careful you don't have rock going below the vise. That is one of the key operating issues. To start it, you merely turn this switch to the forward position and push this button right here. I am not going to start it because oil will start flying everywhere if I do. The other thing is it does come with down here a plug for the drain. I switched it out for a ball valve, which allows for easy cleaning. You just rotate this handle and all of it comes out. That way you're not screwing and unscrewing a plug, so you can get a ball valve and install it. Make sure you use tape on the thread so it doesn't leak. And I believe for this one it's 1 1/4. There's several different sizes of ball valves, so you need a 1 1/4 for this model. I've been super happy with this model. Like I said, it comes fully assembled, so you don't have to worry about being really mechanically inclined. You just uncrate it, put the oil in, and tighten up some rock in the vise and get her going. Be sure to use that high quality oil for a long life and keep it cleaned regularly so that you're prolonging the life and you're not putting any unnecessary wear on any of the moving parts like the bearings. But you can see how easy this is to move. If it starts getting hard to move, you're going to have to check what's going on in the bearings, or if there's a rock chip in there or anything, grease it up and lube it up till you get it out. So yeah, AAA plus on this model. It's automatic feed. You put your rock in, lock the vise like I said, or I'm sorry, the carriage. Lock the carriage and get her started and it will automatically feed through. The other thing about the vise is that make sure you have 3 points of contact on your rock, bottom and 2 sides, hopefully, and tighten it in really good. You do not want your material moving around as it is cutting, so it is important to tighten the vise really securely by using this here. This one here is to tighten. Yeah, so any questions, let us know. This is a great saw. If you have any concerns or questions or problems, let me know. Thanks and have a great day.